What is it that you want?
I want the story about mouses.
A story about mice.
Yeah, mice.
Oh, what about a black mouse, a white mouse, and a black and white mouse? 3 mice.
Yeah.
What about Bob? Bob Rat?
Barnacle
Bob Barnacle?
and
And Bill.
no, and Beaster.
Beaster?
Yeah, Beaster.
Bob Barnacle and Beaster?
Yeah.
Once upon a time, there's 3 mice. Bob Barnacle and Beaster. Bob Barnacle and Beaster were the best of friends. They always bounced balls. Tiny little mouse balls. Did Bob Barnacle and Beaster. And they lived in a little mouse house that was inside of a big person's house on the edge of a city called... What?
Balloon.
Balloon.
Hmm?
Balloon? Or
Yeah,
balloon?
balloon.
Balloon. The city of Balloon, which was located in the southwest corner of the country of Maraschino.
No.
Not Maraschino? Chermino.
No.
Papaya. What country?
Flower.
It was in Sour? So
Flower seed.
Balloon-
Flower seed.
Huh?
Flower seed.
Flower seed?
Yeah.
Balloon was in the country of flower seed. And these 3 mice wanted so badly to go on an adventure. And so one day, they packed up all their things. They had found a little piece of cloth, and they folded everything up really nice inside the cloth that they wanted to take. Things like seeds,
And cheese.
and fluffy stuff,
And there are teddies.
and teddies, mouse teddies, which are only the size of, not much bigger than, say, a lady beetle, ladybird. They're teddies, cutest little teddies in the world, but so tiny because that little mouse house hand has to be able to pick them up. And off they went on a big journey. They traveled all the way across the bathroom, all the way across the lounge, all the way across the sunroom and out the front door, and that took about 3 days to get that far. And then they headed down the stairs, past the sunflowers, and even out the gate. When they got out the gate, it was a bit frightening because there was cars zooming every which way.
And
Zoom,
also
zoom,
there was
zoom.
a cat right in front of them.
Yes. Yeah, and one of those too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It went ding, 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 but it didn't smell them, so it didn't chase them. And the cats were too busy up on the roof being swooped at by birds because they were pestering the birds. So the birds were pestering them back. And they headed off down the footpath, keeping as close to the grass as they could. But suddenly, what should happen? When a great big rain cloud came and went...
And lightning came.
Lightning and thunder, and fork lightning, and spoon lightning, and knife lightning, all kinds of different cutlery lightning, just like in that other
And
story.
thunder, too.
And thunder. There was a thunder clap, and then there was even thunder applause, which is when a thunder claps just like all the time, like it's watching a really good movie, and like God is watching a really good movie and starts clapping. And then there's a big flood, and the poor mice suddenly were lifted up on this flood, and they went careening down the road,
What is careening?
like out of control, floating away. And then one of them, Bobina, or Bill or Barnacle, went, "Help me!" because they got to a corner, and she went one way and the others went another, and she found herself unfound, or
What does
lost.
unfound mean?
Lost. It's Daddy's word for lost. How would she ever get back to her family? By picking her little nose. So she sat there picking at her nose and wondering what to do, when all of a sudden a Nose Picking Squirrel came up and said, "Hello, you look good. I like picking noses. Would you like me to pick your nose?" And the little mouse said, "Oh no, thank you. I've picked it myself." Oh, pity, said the squirrel, because I do love picking nuts. Can you help me? Said the little mouse. And the squirrel said, depends. Do you want nuts? No, I don't. That's good, because if you wanted nuts, I wouldn't help you, said the squirrel. And then she said, but I do have some seeds. Oh, I love seeds, said the squirrel. Well then, can you help me find the other two mice that I've got separated from in the flood? Maybe. I can go all sorts of places. I can even climb over telephone wires and look down. Could you please do that and show me how? I will. If when we find them, you tell them to give me some seeds. I will, said the mouse. And up they went, and the squirrel showed the little mouse how it could walk over the telephone lines. And at first it walked on four legs, and then all of a sudden it went, the squirrel said, look at this trick, and it stood up on its hind legs, and it walked on two legs like it was balancing on a high wire. And the mouse went, wow, that's whack. And the mouse tried it, and unfortunately fell off. But was that the end?
No.
Did it squash?
No.
No, because underneath was a trampoline. And the mouse hit the trampoline, bounced straight back up again, did a somersault, and landed back on that wire as if it meant to do that. And the squirrel went, oh, wow, I've never seen that before. And you know what the mouse said? Neither have I. And then the squirrel said, will you show me how to do that? And the mouse said, sure, just fall off. And so the squirrel did, and it hit the trampoline, bounced back up, did a somersault, and then it said, that's the most amazing thing ever. Would you like me to pick your nose as a reward for showing me how to do that? Not today, said the mouse. Maybe some other life. Not this one. Yeah. And so, off they went. And then, they got to a tree.
Would you like me to pick your roses?
They got to a tree and they climbed down. And you know what they saw then? On the ground?
What?
They looked down from the tree and they saw, spelled out in sticks, where are you? And it was the two other mice was looking for her, and they'd written a message down on the ground. And it said, we are at the yellow building. And so she looked up, and there in the distance she saw a bright yellow building. And she ran over with the squirrel following. And then she was reunited. That means got back together with her other two. Oh, you're back. We love you. We love you. Let's go home. And then she said, but first you have to give this helpful squirrel some of our seeds. Oh, we'd love to give it some seeds. Here, have a whole pile of seeds. Thank you, thank you. Would you like me to pick your nose as a reward, said the squirrel. And they went, maybe some other life. Not at the moment. And they said, we need to go home because we're missing our home. We've had a big adventure. And they took back with them some seeds from that tree that they left the message under, and they planted one of those seeds in the back garden, and that tree sprouted. And every season, the squirrel and the squirrel's babies would come because the seeds from that tree were perfect for sticking in your nose. And the squirrel got to pick as many of his babies' noses, and the babies got to pick their mums and dads' noses, and they all sat around picking their noses under the nose picking tree. Happy as could be. The end.